Scarcella.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. WE's coverage of Berks County High School basketball continues. Tonight, we crown a champion. Now, one, the two, the girls and boys Berks County Championship will be decided tonight here at Santander Arena. The ladies are up first. It's the Exeter Eagles and the Wilson Bulldogs. Game two, of course, will be the boys' championship of Berks Catholic and Reading High. We will have that one for you as well here on WEEU. The Eagles are the Division II champions. They went 8-3, 15-9 overall. Wilson, the Division I champions, ran the table at 12-0. The Bulldogs are 22-2. It's the Eagles and the Bulldogs. High school basketball is presented to you by Savage Auto Group, and it is live on 830 WEEU in Reading. And is also available for you to watch on our YouTube channel at 830 WEEU Sports. You can watch tonight's game, both the girls and the boys championship, on that YouTube channel. We're going to take a timeout. We're back with our Shell's Restaurant, Dairy Swirl, and Mini Golf pregame show from Santander Arena after this.
Spots Insurance Group is a proud sponsor of Berks County sports. We're an award-winning nationwide agency you can trust, insuring what means most to you for over 32 years. We specialize in auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Remember, when you think insurance, think Spots. Visit us at spotsforinsurance.com. That's SPOTTS, 4, insurance.com.
Noisy, squeaky, or uneven garage doors? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening or closing? Get a garage door tune-up now from Overhead Door Reading. For just $99, we'll inspect, lubricate, and adjust your garage doors so they run smoothly and quietly. Don't get stuck in the driveway this winter. Call today and ask for our tune-up special. Serving the community since 1965. Overhead Door Reading. We're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Shell's Restaurant, Dairy Swirl, and Miniature Golf. Fuel up for game day with their delicious burgers, hot dogs, fried chicken, barbecue sandwiches, french fries, and, of course, ice cream. When basketball season comes to an end, come out and visit that 27-hole miniature golf course that is a Berks County staple. Visit Shell's on the 5th Street Highway in Temple. Alongside Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. Girls County Championship, it is the Exeter Eagles, the Wilson Bulldogs. And, of course, the Bulldogs, not a surprise to most that they are here. They are the number 1 seed. As I said, they ran the table in Division I and have not lost to a Berks County team all season long after wins over Kutztown and Reading High in the quarters and semifinals. For the Eagles, the Division II champion, they beat Twin Valley, their countermates in Division II. It is a tight one at 47-36. And then the eye-opener to a lot on Wednesday night when they beat Governor Mifflin 46-40. That is that piece of the puzzle for Exeter. But the one thing about this piece, Rich, is that the bright lights of Santander Arena are now in the rearview mirror for Exeter. They've been here and they have done that. And really, they're playing with the house's money.
They should go into the game like that, thinking like that. They lost the first meeting with Wilson by quite a substantial margin. Exeter should play loose and free with absolutely nothing to lose. The pressure tonight is on the Wilson Bulldogs. They have everything to lose. This senior class has been poised to win a county championship, and they haven't done it yet. This is their opportunity. The pressure is squarely on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, when you look at this Bulldogs team, and we got a chance to see them a few weeks ago, we had the game for you against Governor Mifflin. You come away with it with 2 things about Wilson. One, their depth, because they've got players 6, 7, 8 deep who can play and contribute something to them on a regular basis, and they're incredibly athletic. Some of them are basketball players, but they are all athletes.
They sure are, Bob. That's what I took away from that game that night a few weeks ago. Wilson didn't even really play that well and beat Governor Mifflin by double digits. They're very, very quick. They're very, very athletic. They rebound particularly well. They guard well. They do almost everything well. And they're deep. So they're going to come at you in waves. And Exeter has seen that in the meeting back in January 22nd. It was a 67-36 Wilson victory. Tonight, and we're not going to get to the keys quite yet, but tonight it's going to be really important for Exeter to get off to a quick start and to stay in this game as long as possible and give themselves an opportunity to pull off the shocker.
Well, you reference it. Let's do it. Tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis. If you're buying or selling a home, Phil Macaronis is a member of the Remax Hall of Fame with over 20 years of experience providing countless buyers and sellers keys to the real estate transactions. He is also a Exeter Township resident. You can call him at 610-670-2770. Ask for Phil Macaronis for the keys to buying and selling your home. It's the Girls County Championship for 2026. It's Exeter, it's Wilson, and Rich Garcella has his keys to the game.
For the third-seeded Exeter Eagles, they'll be in their black with blue trim uniforms. The Eagles, under Coach Derek Wolf, they want to limit easy shots. They want to make Wilson work for their points. Secondly, they want to limit their rebounds. We've talked about Wilson's athleticism. They rebound extremely well. And the third thing Derek Wolf wants his girls to do is believe in themselves. They got here for a reason. They earned a spot here in their championship. First appearance by the Exeter girls in the Berks final since 1977. And Bob will get to that history later. Keys for the Wilson Bulldogs, the top seed. They'll be in white uniforms with red trim. Coach Matt Riquet wants the Bulldogs to play to their standard. That's very important. If they play to their standard tonight, it's going to be awfully difficult for Exeter to pull out this win. The second is communication, be good teammates. And the third thing is they want to limit number 24, Addison Harper, sensational sophomore for Exeter. They want to limit her points and make the other Eagles win the game.
Tonight's Spotlight is brought to you by Huber's Auto Group. Tonight we focus the spotlight on Wilson senior Violet Houck. We'll talk to you why in a moment. We'll talk to you about Huber's first. It's the region's answer for your car rental needs. Whether taking the whole crew in a luxury van to Florida or just a few days to the mountains in an SUV, Huber's stands by their reservations, ensuring the ride you book is the ride you get. Check out their inventory. Get a quote at huberauto.com. Huber, H-U-B-E-R, auto.com. And we focus on Violet Houck for a couple of reasons. Rich mentioned the seniors that have been here but have not yet done that for this Wilson Bulldog team. Wilson is in the county championship for the first time since 2024. They lost to Wyomissing. The last time the Bulldogs won the county championship, you've got to go all the way back to 2014. They beat Fleetwood 58-26 to win their last county championship. But they've been here. They've been on this floor. They lost to Reading High last year, Governor Mifflin last year in the semifinals. So they have not experienced a championship here at the arena. That's part of it. Violet Houck has been a part of that. The other piece of it is that Violet Houck also personifies what we're talking about in terms of the athleticism. She's a good basketball player, but she's an outstanding track and field athlete, an excellent hurdler. She's heading to Jacksonville to continue her track and field career. The other thing that Violet Houck does is that she can rebound the basketball, and especially well on the offensive glass. It's a key for Exeter. Keep them off the offensive glass. Violet Houck could be a problem if they do not box her out on the offensive glass.
If Violet Houck gets 10 rebounds tonight, Exeter's in trouble.
Yeah,
They're going to get second
That's a
opportunity.
great point. I mean, it's a great number, yes.
And Violet Houck also has good genes. Her mom, Abby, is an assistant coach for Wilson. Scored almost 2,000 points at Cocalico High School. She is the all-time leading scorer in school history there. And by the way, she also scored over 1,500 points at Elizabethtown College.
Yeah, Matt Riquet's got some points on his bench because Abby, Fabian, and now Houck scored 2,000 points at Cocalico and then went on to Elizabethtown. Sheila Stumpwood scored almost 2,000 points at Wilson.
Absolutely.
And then went on to Pitt. He's got some players on his bench in addition to it. Matt Rickey might be the third best player in his coaching staff. And he wasn't a bad player. He's a good athlete as well at Hohenheim High School. It's the Exeter Eagles, the Wilson Bulldogs, as the starting lineups are about to be introduced here at Santander Arena. Starting lineups for us are brought to you by Victor Manuel Beneficial Society. They've been serving authentic homemade Italian dishes for over 110 years. New memberships are now being accepted for only $10. The facility at 311 Hazel Street in Reading is also available for rental for private parties, banquets, and celebrations. Victor Manuel, Taste of Italy, right here in Reading. The Eagles are under Derek Wolf, the head coach in his 5th season at Exeter. We'll have Ayanna Fries at one forward spot, and the other is Lily Kepperling. Addison Harper, the sophomore, averaging 18 points per game. Remember that name. Chloe Dauble, a sophomore guard, and Chase Flood, a senior guard, the starters for Exeter. For Matt Rickey, now in his 2nd season with the Bulldogs, he will have Kalani Hardy, 5'9", and a junior, along with Violet Hauk, 5'11", and a senior as his forwards. Laura Kirkona, 5'8", senior, headed to Kutztown to continue her basketball career. Ryan Lehman, a terrific all-around athlete, already committed to North Carolina for lacrosse. She's just a junior. And Layla Jones, a 5'8", senior, 1,000-point scorer for the Bulldogs. The ball will be in her hands when we tip it off. We'll do that when we come back to Santander Arena after this.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
Hi, I'm Ava Janikowicz. I'm a member of the Student Government Executive Council, National Honor Society, captain of the field hockey team, vice president of the DECA Business Club, and a SANE ambassador. One of my favorite things about my school is our strong community. We really feel like a family at BC. We love, care, and respect each other, much like my own family. Come be a part of something great. To learn more about my school and how to be a Saint, contact the admissions office at berkscatholic.org.
When the pressure's on and it's time to make your best move, the Susan McFadden team with Keller Williams Platinum Realty is here to help you score big in today's real estate market. Whether you're buying, selling, or planning your next play, Susan's experience and dedication make her the MVP you want on your side. For winning results and a team that never stops hustling, trust the Susan McFadden team with Keller Williams, your home court advantage.
Support your Berks County community while purchasing great new and used furniture, appliances, and building supplies at the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County. Located at 5370 Allentown Pike in Temple, the Restore carries brand name new and used appliances, furniture, home decor, and more. Many new items are manufacturer direct and are available at unbeatable prices. Stop by the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County Tuesdays through Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or visit our website at restoreberks.org for more information.
Moments before tip-off as we round down our Shell's Restaurant Dairy Sport on Miniature Golf pregame show from Santander Arena. Again, Girls Championship. We will have the Boys Championship for you as well. That is scheduled to tip off at 8 o'clock. Should be a good one. Reading High and Berks Catholic squaring off in a county championship for the 7th time tonight here on WEEU. The Eagles and the Bulldogs about to get things rolling here from Santander Arena. Rich alluded to it. The last time Exeter has been to a county championship, it had a couple Hall of Famers on its team. One was coaching them, and that's Jean Fry, who was the coach for the Exeter basketball team in the early days of girls basketball here in Berks County, and she led them to a couple of county championships, the last of which was in 1977. They beat Schuylkill Valley 62-45, and one of her key players in that was Dee Cantor, who went on to become one of the standout officials in college basketball and in the WNBA, also officiated in the NBA as well, a Berks County Hall of Famer herself, and now getting into what all the great ones do, which is broadcasting, because she's now working for ESPN as the in-booth analyst for women's college basketball. Dee Cantor is a really great success story of Berks County athletes. We are ready to tip it off, and our tip-off is presented to you by the Coley Insurance Group. Discover the power of choice with Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, with locations in Muhlenberg and Wyomissing. fully independent insurance agency with access to over 40 top-rated insurance carriers to ensure that you get the best coverage at the best price, whether it's auto, home, or life insurance. They have you covered. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice is yours. Call them today at 484-848-6088. Our officials for tonight's game, Kevin Line, Justin Work, and Phil Gilbert. The ball is in the air. The game is underway, and the Exeter Eagles in the visiting black with a blue trim have the basketball as they work it into the corner to Ayanna Freeze and swing it around out top to Chase Flood, along with Chloe Dauble, Lily Kepperling, and Addison Harper, the 5 who start for the Eagles. Clear things out. Flood drives herself in through traffic. Off the glass, no good. Ball is loose on the floor. Picked up by Kepperling and taken away by Violet Hauk. Bulldogs in the open floor. Ryan Lehman on a 2-on-1 gives it for Krokona, who lays it in.
Easy basket by Wilson. That's what Exeter coach Derek Wolf said they need to avoid that.
The offensive rebounds and the runouts, and that's exactly where the Bulldogs get it on the runout after the takeaway from Violet Hauk. Here's the 1-2-2 for Wilson. Exeter does not have a problem getting across half court. One of Derek Wolf's concerns was to then get back and settle into their offense. His kids sometimes think that they have to score off of that 1-2-2. Here's Harper for her first look. Bury the three.
That's a good start for the Eagles.
30th three of the season for the 10th grader. They're on top 3-2. Krokona around for Layla Jones, along with Kailani Hardy, Violet Hauk, and Ryan Lehman, the 5 who start for Wilson. Violet Hauk did not start on Wednesday's game. She was away with the team for a few days on a class trip. Here's Kailani Hardy driving into the teeth of the traffic. No good. Rebounded by Chloe Dauble, and out comes Exeter.
Nice job on the glass, keeping Wilson from getting a second chance.
As we talked about in our spotlight with Violet Hauk, she was right there, but Chloe Dauble able to fend her off, and the Eagles have it back. 2 minutes, just about 2 minutes in. Here's Harper with Hardy guarding her. Nice job of splitting the double team. Kepperling drives into traffic and turns it over. Bulldogs back the other way. Here's Lehman in the open floor in the left corner. Swings around right side for Hardy, and 3, yes.
Nothing but net. Kailani Hardy, who has the job of guarding Addison Harper. Matt Raquet said she's maybe their best defensive player.
28-3 of the season for Hardy. She and Layla Jones, the top scorers for the Bulldogs at around 12 points per game. Wilson back up on top 5-3. Freeze has it in the corner. Looks for a cutter in Kepperling. Swings it back out. A couple of seniors for the Eagles. Along with Flood, the other senior, and a couple of sophomores in Harper and Dauble. Chloe, the younger sister of Aiden Dauble, a key component of the Exeter boys team. And here's a dribble drive and a foul. Freeze on the drive, and I believe it'll be Hauk on the foul for the Bulldogs.
It's a nice aggressive move by Freeze. I thought here in the first 2.5 minutes or so, I thought Exeter was a little too tentative, passing the ball outside instead of looking to attack inside, but Freeze did it there.
Eagles are a 64% free throw shooting team. Freeze at the line is 51%. Superior on the first. That was the one thing we came away with. We talked with Derek Wolf about that even though they were the underdog against Governor Mifflin, everybody kind of kept thinking, oh, here comes Mifflin. And Derek Wolf kind of had some of those same thoughts, but his kids were very resilient. They kept fighting back, and they kept Mifflin in the rearview mirror. And here we go again early on as Freeze makes them both, and we're tied 5-5 with 5:05 left to play in the first quarter. Hauk sets the screen and roll from Jones. Hauk into a double team strip. Ball is loose. Dauble dives on top of it, and we'll go to the jump ball, and it'll stay Bulldog basketball.
Yeah, Derek Wolf said that he described his team as a gritty team that plays hard, and we saw it there on that possession. Almost came away with a turnover, held ball, Wilson possession.
Kailani Hardy, the inbounder for Hauk. 3-4 Eagles around her. She eventually pulls it away. Swinging around, Lehman open for 3 in the corner, off the rim. Tipped by Hauk, controlled by Krokona. Great feed to Hardy for 2.
Great pass. Great pass.
Give up the open shot for the better shot. Krokona to Hardy for 2. Bulldogs back up on top 7-5. The 1-2-2. Right in front of us here at midcourt. Flood gives it up for Harper across the stripe. 4:30 left to go in the first. Bulldogs on top by 2. Harper right into a double team, puts on the brakes. Still being chased by that double team. Eventually finds the open player in Chase Flood. to the corner. Kepperling goes baseline, right back into the teeth of the defense, but traveled in the process.
Yeah, tried to get to the basket, just took one extra step there. Terrific help defense by the Bulldogs.
7-5 Wilson on top. They've got it back. 4:18 to go in period number 1. Girls County Championship for 2026. Layla Jones, 1,000-point scorer, trying to get by Chase Flood. Backs her down, kicks it out. Lehman tees up the three. Yes.
Yeah, we know she could connect from long range. Ryan Lehman, what a terrific outside shooter.
25th of the season for the junior. 10-5 Bulldogs on top. And again, here comes the 1-2-2 with Lehman out at the top of it. No problem for Harper to get it to Kepperling, who gets bumped and fouled. Layla Jones and Lehman were the two Wilson defenders there. And they're going to call that on Layla Jones. Her first, Bulldogs second. First substitutions into the game. For the Bulldogs, sophomore Jade Lee into the game. And I think it's Lila Hauk, 5'9 freshman. Violet's younger sister checks into the game as well. Kepperling drives and kicks it for Dauble. Sophomore at the right elbow, swings it around right back to Kepperling. Ronnie Hardy with the defensive assignment of guarding Harper as Jones counting out top.
Wilson trying to double team the ball up on top of the defense, especially when the Exeter ball handler turns her back.
Harper's trapped out top, needs some help, trying to find somebody, eventually finds Freeze. So the Eagles haven't panicked yet with that double team. They've found somebody open. Now they go inside for Dauble, who kicks it out. Flood with a dribble drive up off the rim. No, and Hardy, skies above everybody, pulls down the rebound. Bulldogs on top by 5. They've got the basketball in the hands of Ryan Lehman. Gives it up in the corner for Kirkona, and right back to Lehman. Kirkona open for 3. She's good.
Wilson,
three first quarter threes for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Wilson on target from three-point range, 3 for 4 so far.
Kepperling gives it up for Flood. 2:50 to go. The Bulldogs' lead is now 8, 13-5. For Dauble. We Dauble in the paint, nowhere to go. Kepperling with an open look and a foul.
Good aggressive take by Kepperling.
We'll put her at the free throw line. Just to give a perspective, Addison Harper with the 3 for Exeter, their 65th 3 of the year. Wilson has 3 threes in his first quarter. That's a 155 threes. They have all but 3 times as many threes on the season than Exeter. It's Kepperling at the line to shoot 2. Bulldog foul was on
Lila Hauk.
So her first is Wilson's third. Kepperling ends the Bulldog run with her first free throw of the night, her first point of the night. 67% free throw shooter on the season. She had 15 in the win against Governor Mifflin on Wednesday night. And 2 out of 2. It almost tried to leak out on her, but she got the spin. It's 13-7, Wilson on top. Kirkona inside for Jade Lee. Sophomore backs down, up with a shot. No, but she's fouled.
Jade Lee, so impressive. She's so athletic. Really had some fluid moves inside. We saw that against Governor Mifflin earlier in the season.
Fouls on Kepperling. First foul against the Eagles, putting Jade Lee at the free throw line. Averages 7.5 points per game. She's been in double figures 5 times, 3 times in the last 4 games. I don't know how people would feel about this, but to be honest with you, she would start on just about any team in Berks County. That's the testament to the depth of this Bulldog team that she comes off the bench and she goes 2 for 2. 15-7 as a result. Layla Jones back into the game for Wilson as Ryan Lehman takes a breather. Hardy now at the top of that 1-2-2. Falls back into a man-to-man to guard Harper. Double team. Jones comes out to help out. Finds the open player. It's Dauble. Dumps it off nicely in a dribble drive. Into the game is Marae Dolan, and she's fouled. So the Eagles are going back to the free throw line.
It's going to be on Lila Hauk. She picked up 2 quick fouls. Yep.
So that's the 4th against the Bulldogs. And Dolan is at the free throw line. Marae Dolan, a junior. 56% free throw shooter on the season. A lot of lefties on this Exeter team, Mr. Scarcella, the left-hander.
The left-hander, and also Jade Lee, left-hander.
Yeah.
Love seeing it.
Well, Derek Wolf loves seeing what his team's doing at the free throw line, which is making them one after another. 64% free throw shooting team. They're much better than that right now.
It's allowing the Eagles to stay in this game.
Violet Hauk checks in. Kaylani Hardy takes her first breather. 6 for 6 at the free throw line right now for the Eagles. It's 15-9. And nearly a steal by Kepperling. Hauk pulls it away, gets it up for Lee, kicks it out for Lehman. That's going to be a 3, but it's short. On a bounce, Chloe Daubel picks up the rebound for Exeter. Inside of 2 minutes to go. Big spot here for the Eagles, down by 6. In the hands of Harper, trying to shake loose at Jade Lee. Gets a screen from Dolan. Now wants to go one-on-one. Drives right into the teeth. Blocked by Hauk. Controlled by Harper. Up off the glass and 2.
Wow, what a persistent play by Harper.
Cuts it to a 4-point game. 5 for Harper. Kirkona on the other side. Rattled the 3 in and out. Jade Lee with a rebound. Her putback is no good. Ball loose on the floor, and Chloe Daubel comes away with it. Eagles have it to 4 with 1:25 to go here in the first.
That's a really good sign. Staying in this game as long as they can. They really haven't panicked, Bob. They've shown a lot of poise.
Drive shot, no good by Dolan. On the offensive rebound is Chloe Daubel. Chloe Daubel getting it done on the boards on both sides, and the Eagles are within 2, 15-13.
Just like her older brother Aiden. Excellent rebounder.
No quit in a Daubel. Here's Lehman off the screen from Lee. Swings it around for Hauk instead to Kirkona inside of a minute to go in the first. Kirkona off the Hauk screen. Screen and roll, beauty. And Hauk lays
really
it in.
Nice set by Wilson on that possession. Kirkona finds Hauk for the deuce.
Ends a 6-0 run for Exeter. Makes it a 17-13 Wilson advantage with 40 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Chase Flood between the circles. Off the screen. There comes the double team. Gives it up for Kepperling. Long 3. All well short. Long rebound is gathered up by Jade Lee. Here comes Lehman in the open floor. No one's going to catch her. And she missed the layup. Kirkona there, but blocked and fouled by Dolan. Ryan Lehman ahead of the pack, missed the layup, but right there to get the rebound was Laura Kirkona. She's going to the free throw line. Foul was on Dolan. Marie Dolan's first is Exeter's second. Kirkona shoots 2, and that's good. 6 first quarter points for Kirkona here, who had 15 in Wednesday night's win over Reading High. Ayanna Freeze back into the game for Exeter as Kirkona makes them both. A combined 10 for 10 at the stripe for these two teams right now, and Wilson's on top 19-13.
And we can't always say that about boys or girls here at Santander.
Deflected by Ryan Lehman, taken away by Wilson. Jade Lee in a traffic jam still finds her way through and lays it in.
Nice answer by Wilson after Exeter climbed within 4.
Bulldogs have run off 6 of their own with 3 seconds to go. Dolan good if it goes, it will not. And that will lead us to the end of the first quarter after 1. The Wilson Bulldogs 21, the Exeter Eagles 13. We're back with quarter number 2 live on WEEU in Reading.
My name is Julian Rios, and I am Berks Catholic's student body president. Over the course of my 4 years in high school, Berks Catholic has strengthened me with our amazing pillars of God, family, academics, and fun. From exciting sporting events to creative dress-down days and spirited celebrations such as homecoming, dances, Spirit Week, and bonding days with our future saints, these moments bring our community together, strengthen school pride, and remind us that joy is an essential part of the Berks Catholic experience. For more information on how to become a saint, contact the admissions office at berkscatholic.org.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
Welcome back. We start quarter number 2 alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool. You're listening to and watching high school basketball, the Girls County Championship game here on WEU. Our coverage will continue into the district playoffs. Our coverage will begin on Tuesday night. We will be at the Geigel Complex on Tuesday night as York High and Reading High, a couple of District 3 kingpins over the course of time. We'll square off in a District 3 6A first-round game. We'll have it for you. Of course, we'll have the Boys County Championship game for you as well tonight. Exeter starts with a basketball, but immediately tied up, and the Eagles will turn it over on their first possession of period number 2. Into the game for the Bulldogs is Miriam Osumanu, 5'10 freshman. Here's Lehman, thawed about the three off the Osumanu screen. Will roll it inside to her. The freshman tied up, dumps it off nicely. Layla Jones gets her first points.
Really nice pass by Osumanu.
Get a whistle. I think this might be a delay of game after the made bucket.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a run. A run continues for the Bulldogs.
Matt Riquet doing what he told us he would do, using a lot more players than he did the other night, trying to wear down the Exeter Eagles. He's already used, I think, 9 players.
And six of them have now scored. Layla Jones, one of their top scorers and 1,000-point scorer, gets her first 2 on there, and here comes a turnover for Exeter. First time the Eagles have turned it over in the backcourt against the 1-2-2. But the turnovers are starting to mount now for the Eagles.
Yeah, they've got to protect the basketball if they want to stay in this game. They've got to handle this pressure from Wilson much better.
An 8-0 Bulldog run has opened up a double-digit lead, 23-13, and after the turnover, Wilson has it back. Osumano, Jones, Hauk, Lehman, and Hardy, the 5 for the Bulldogs. It's going to be a travel as Layla Jones trying to get herself through a double team and travels with the basketball.
First turnover for the Wilson Bulldogs. That's how well they're playing right now, especially on the offensive end.
8 minutes and 50 seconds in before the Bulldogs turn over for the first time. Here comes again the 1-2-2 with Lehman out at the top. Flood deciding how she wants to attack it, and timeout. No, 10-second violation.
Wow.
That would seem like a fast 10.
Yeah, seemed like that to me.
Derek Wolf is asking that same question. Didn't pay attention. Did not see what time, how much time was left at the inbound. But 10-second violation.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I wasn't thinking a 10-second violation.
So the Bulldogs get it right back inside the 7-minute mark on the top by 10. Hardy for Hauk. And around for Lehman. Screen and roll this time isn't there. Lehman will take it herself. Comes up short. Long bounce. Chase Flood picks it up for Exeter. But taken right back by Lehman, who gives it up for Hardy. Spin move, but she couldn't finish. Addison Harper pulls down the rebound. Harper immediately trapped. Finds Dolan, who finds Dauble. And gets it across the half-court stripe. Flood inside for Freeze. Good cut by Dauble up the rim. No. Battle for the rebound. Dolan tried to save it, but could not. It's Bulldog basketball. With that, Laura Kirkona back into the game for Wilson. And into the game for the first time for Exeter comes senior Alexa Turman. Also into the game, Lily Kepperling will come back in for the Eagles. 6 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in period number 2. Wilson's lead is 10, 23-13, Bulldogs on top. Osumano inside for Hardy. Tough shot on the baseline, no. Osumano deflected it, Turman pulled it away. Exeter gets it back. Harper will take it across half court. Up ahead for Kepperling. Tries to get by Violet Hauk and cannot. Gives it up inside for Freeze. She's in a mess and eventually turned over again. Violet Hauk pulls it away for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, 5 turnovers already by the Exeter Eagles in the first 2.5 minutes of this second quarter.
Fortunately for Exeter right now, at least the last couple trips, the Bulldogs have not been able to take advantage of it. It remains a 10-point Wilson lead with 5:30 to go in the half. Jones doesn't have anything on the screen to roll for Hauk. Swings it around instead, right side. Here's Hardy with a baseline move. Up and no good, but fouled. Yolani Hardy at the free throw line for the first time. She's just a 52% free throw shooter in the season. Junior averaging 12 points per game. She had her season high this year against Emmaus of 21. Her career high also against Emmaus of 25. Makes the first here for 6 in this game. And with that, Jade Lee will check back in. Violet Hauk will come out.
Matt Riquet substituting quite a bit, trying to keep fresh bodies on the court. He was telling us that the Wilson girls were pretty banged up after the semifinal win over Reading. A lot of physical therapy yesterday at practice.
The run for the Bulldogs now reaches 10 in a row. It's 25-13, Wilson on top. Much better job this time of Harper and Dauble to get it across half court. against the 1-2-2. But there's a takeaway. This time it's Osumano on the steal. A 3-on-2 for Hardy. No good. Osumano with a rebound. That's no good. Deflected by Hardy. Jones has it. She'll pop for 3. That's no good. Osumano saves it, but is controlled by Freeze, and Exeter has it back. The Eagles need a bucket bad right now. 10-0 run for Wilson. Kepperling has it in front of the Bulldog bench. Goes the opposite way of the screen. Stripped away by Jones, taken away by Jones.
Yeah, they're dribbling right into double teams and holding the ball too long. They've got to make quicker decisions with the basketball.
Hardy with a transition 3 that's well short. Kepperling has the rebound. Eagles looking to push, but they turned it over. Right back into the hands of Layla Jones. She will wait for help. Feeds it for Lee, but she's fouled. Alexa Turman will get whistled for the foul. First for her, first for Exeter here in period number 2, which has not been good right now for Exeter. This is Derek Wolf's concern, is that trying to keep the Bulldogs within arm's length, but they have not gotten anything point production-wise so far in period number 2.
Bob, the Eagles have had 8 possessions in the second quarter, 7 turnovers and 1 missed shot. That can't happen. You're not going to be in the game long if you keep doing that.
So Wilson will inbound underneath. Inbound for Lee, right into the defense, misses the shot. Deflected around, loose on the floor. Violet Houck ends up picking it up, and she's fouled. Shot no good. The foul before the bucket. So a second team foul against the Eagles. It's going to be on Chloe Daubel, her first. And with that, Alexa Turman right back in. Chloe Daubel will come out. Actually, that's the second on Chloe Daubel, so that's why she's coming out. And Turman right back in. So again, the Bulldogs will inbound underneath their own bucket.
This is a danger zone right now for Exeter. They got to try to stay in this game for these next 4 minutes of this the last 4 minutes of this half. Try to stay within 10 points.
Inside they go for Houck. Blocked and fouled. Violet Houck will shoot 2. As Lily Kepperling will pick up her second foul, so that becomes the second Exeter Eagle with 2 starter with 2 fouls. Daubel already on the bench with 2. Lily Kepperling just picked up her second. As Houck's at the free throw line, misses the first. Melanie Karasek will check into the game now for the Eagles. The freshman will come in for Kepperling after her second foul. Houck, a 70% free throw shooter, missed them both. Stays a 12-point game. Harper trying to do it herself right now and fouled. That's going to be on Jade Lee, I believe. First foul against the Bulldogs here in the second quarter. Gaddison Harper just decided that she needed to take matters into her own hands. Layla Jones will check back in now for the Bulldogs, and Hardy will take a breather. Just inside the halfway mark of period number 2. Wilson on top, 25-13. Chase Flood, Alexa Turman, Addison Harper. Out around the perimeter. Turman through some defenders. Up off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jones. Layla Jones in the open floor. Mr. Junior year with the ACL tear. Drives herself in and scoops and scores.
Really nice move by Layla Jones. Timeout, Exeter.
Derek Wolf trying to stem the tide any way he can, so now he'll do it with a timeout. He'll take it with 3:36 left to go. Bulldogs on a run. They lead by 14. We're back to Santander Arena with more on WEEU after this.
Temperatures dropped and my heating wouldn't kick on, so I called Keith HVAC, Electrical and Plumbing. They had it running fast and at a fair price. That was years ago, and I've trusted them ever since. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical, Keith does it all. Honest, fast, professional. They've been around for 30 years for a reason. Call Keith HVAC today. You'll be glad you did.
Keith HVAC Electrical and Plumbing. Quality you trust, comfort you deserve. Call 610-589-6461 or visit keithhvac.com.
No time to shop? No problem. Life can move pretty fast, but grocery shopping doesn't have to slow you down. Redner's Ready saves you time. Just visit rednersmarkets.com and use Redner's Ready to order your groceries online, and they'll bring them straight to your car. It's fast, easy, and contactless. Get your shopping done the smart way with Redner's Ready. fresh, convenient and friendly, and contactless convenience every time. Visit RednersMarket.com and start your order today.
Derek Wolf uses his first timeout, trying to rally the troops a little bit as the Exeter Eagles had closed it within 2 at 15-13 late first quarter. Wilson finished on a 6-0 run and has now started the second quarter on a 6-0 run as well. 27-13 Bulldogs on top. The turnovers mounting for the Eagles, who have yet to score a point here in the second quarter. Addison Harper, sophomore, trying to work some kind of magic on the offensive end. Corner three, no good. And rebounded by Ryan Lehman. Was Avery Hassler who took the three, and now a timeout called in the corner. Wilson will call a 30-second timeout, trying to save the possession in the quarter. We'll keep it here. Bulldogs on top, 27-13. And as bad as it is right now for Exeter, in the sense that they haven't scored in this quarter, and they've turned it over 7 times, could be worse.
It could be worse
because Wilson has only scored 6 points themselves.
Exactly. They only have 2 field goals this quarter. The Bulldogs do. Exeter just has to do a better job against the pressure. Wilson's going to come at you. You've got to make quicker decisions. You can't hold the ball. You can't dribble more than 2 or 3 times because they're going to come at you. You've got to make them move and not allow the double team to surround the ball handler.
Exeter with wins over Twin Valley and Governor Mifflin in the quarterfinals and semifinals to get here. Wilson with wins over Kutztown and Reading High in the quarters and semifinals to get to this county championship game. They've got the basketball. They try to force it to Violet Houck. Addison Harper comes away with the takeaway. Bulldogs turn it over after the timeout.
I mean, Wilson's running 2 defenders at Harper anytime she has the ball.
There's a move to the baseline by Karasek. Lost her balance but kept the ball alive. Turman drives, gives it back. Karasek for 2 is well short. Ball is tipped out of bounds and last touched by Chase Flood and Exeter. And here comes 4 substitutions in the game for Exeter. And Harper will be the lone player who stays out there. Ayanna Freeze back in. Chloe Dauble back in. Marie Dolan back in as well. And Lily Kepperling back in for the Eagles. Kaylani Hardy will check back in for Wilson. Laura Kokona will come out. 2:40 left to play in the half. Inside look for Jade Lee. No good, but she's fouled.
Really nice look by Jones. Saw Lee sealed in the low post. Looked for her. Lee drew the foul.
Foul's going to be on Marie Dolan. That's her second. She becomes the 3rd Exeter player with 2 fouls. It's the 5th team foul against Exeter. Jade Lee shooting 2 anyhow, fouled in the act. She's now 3 for 3 at the foul line. Bulldogs just a 58% free throw shooter on the season. Have looked much better than that so far. Here's Hardy with a rebound. Went right up and over Lily Kepperling to give the Bulldogs another look. Right back to Hardy in the corner for 3. Well short. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Chloe Dauble. It's going to stay Wilson basketball. And with that, Miriam Osumano will check back in.
Hardy hit a couple baskets, including a 3 in the first quarter. She's been unsuccessful in the second quarter on 5 shots.
28-13, Jones for 3. That's no good. Houck and Kepperling tying it up, and they're going to call a whistle going the other way. I believe this might be is this going to be on
Houck?
Houck over the back?
Yes.
That'll be her second foul. With that, she'll come out. Laura Kokona back in. By the way, Miriam Osumano, if that name sounds familiar, if you're a Reading High fan or Berks County basketball fan, her brothers, Malik and Manu, both played for Reading High. They were part of a couple of county and district and state champions for the Red Knights. Dolan with a basketball against that pressure defense. Here's Harper trying to beat the 10-second violation. Dolan to Dauble in the middle of the floor, and now they can run their offense. Hands of Harper. Here comes the double team. Finds the open player in Freeze for Kepperling. Through traffic inside. Missed it, but he's fouled. Lily Kepperling will go to the free throw line. She's got her only points at the stripe so far tonight.
Could be the first points of the second quarter for the Eagles.
That's going to be number 2 on Layla Jones. And the 3rd against Wilson. Eagles able to keep themselves in that game in the first period with their free throw shooting, where they were 6 for 6. Kepling misses the first, 6 of their 13 points in the game so far at the foul line. Jones with that second foul will come out. Jay Lee right back in. Second by Kepling is good, and the Eagles get their first point of the second quarter with 2 minutes left in it. 28-14, Wilson on top. Now without Layla Jones on the floor, Ryan Lehman handling the basketball to the corner for Kirkona, and that quickly they turn it over. Ball so used to being in the hands of Layla Jones. Wilson turns it over immediately after she comes out with that second foul. Harper trapped, gives it up for Dolan. Right back to Harper, to the middle of the floor for Dauble. Need to get it across the stripe, and they do.
I'm not telling Derek Wolf anything new, but Exeter can use another ball handler like Harper.
They turn it over. Here's Osumano in transition. No, ball off the foot of an Exeter Eagle. It'll stay Wilson ball. Bulldogs with 1:26 left to go in the half. Get it right back. Lehman, Kirkona, Osumano, Lee, and Hardy, the 5 on the floor right now for the Bulldogs. In the hands of Lehman. Around for Osumano. Freshman drives inside, blocked. Dolan had it, loose on the floor. Kirkona picks it up. Jade Lee traveled. Second straight possession with a turnover for Wilson. Chase Flood's going to check back into the game now for Exeter. His freeze will come out. 1:06 left.
Bob, you hit it on the head a few minutes ago. Exeter has not played well at all in the second quarter, which is an understatement. They're fortunate to be down 14 because Wilson has scored just 7 points in the second quarter.
Unfortunately, the Eagles turned it over again. That's 9 turnovers in this quarter for Exeter. So the Bulldogs will get it right back with 1:02 left to play in the half. Both these teams will continue into the District 3 playoffs. Wilson on Monday will be home against Penn Manor. Bulldogs are the number 4 seed in 6A. Exeter, the number 12 seed in Class 5A, will be at Lampeter Stroudsburg on Tuesday night. Shot blocked inside by Kepperling, picked up by Osumano and off the glass.
She looks very promising, really talented freshman.
7th Bulldogs player to score, and she just came up with a steal. Osumano with a steal on the other end. Hardy traveled before she pulled the trigger on the 3. Wilson will give it right back. 29 seconds left to go in period number 2. Derek Wolf right now just trying to get to the locker room with the team down by 16 points. Dangerous inbounds pass, and Osumano stole that away. Harper knocked it right back. Turnover both ways. Up ahead, Dauble ahead of the pack will lay it in. Eagles needed that.
First basket of the second quarter for Exeter comes with 20 seconds left in the half.
And it comes in a transition opportunity for the first time. Down to 10 seconds. Bulldogs going to go for 1. Lehman drives. Hardy picks it up. Goes inside. Off the glass and 2. Kaylani Hardy with her first field goal of the quarter. 9 in the game. Exeter can't pull the trigger. And the Bulldogs will head to the locker room. Halftime of the Girls League Championship for Berks County. It is Wilson 32, Exeter 16. We'll take a timeout. Back with our Lincoln Plumbing and Heating halftime show right after this on WEEU in Reading.
Hey Berks County, Chick-fil-A Catering makes game day even better. Choose from a variety of trays, including Chick-fil-A nuggets, mac and cheese, and chocolate chunk cookies. Perfect for your next gathering. Place your order through the Chick-fil-A app, online, or by calling ahead and pick it up at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Take cooking off your plate and enjoy the perfect spread with Chick-fil-A Catering. Availability and order requirements vary. See restaurant for details.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's Kettle Chips. Legend has it Mark Diefenbach loved kettle-cooked chips so much he turned his Berks County kitchen into the ultimate snack factory. Now, Now, over 60 years later, we're still making that delicious PA-crafted crunch with the same passion and quality right where it all began. So crunch into some flavorful Diefenbach's kettle chips today and snack on a delicious tradition.
I'm Adrian Polanco, Student Body Vice President at Berks Catholic High School. Faith isn't just something we talk about here. It's something we live every day. Whether it starts our mornings in prayer, celebrating Mass together, going on retreats, or serving others in our community, our faith guides who we are and how we treat one another. Being rooted in God gives us purpose. It teaches us compassion, integrity, and leadership. At Berks Catholic, faith brings us together as one family. This is Berks Catholic, a time to be bold. To learn more about my school, visit berkscatholic.org.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
Tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Lincoln Plumbing and Heating. When you need a plumber, get a good one. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Lincoln Plumbing has the experience to help from a leaky faucet to a whole bathroom remodel. Call 610-376-0863 for Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, as honest as their name. Alongside Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. The Exeter Eagles, the Wilson Bulldogs, the Berks County Championship for the girls in 2026. Wilson hasn't won it since 2014. Exeter has now won it since 1977, and the coach of that team, Gene Fry, out right now as part of the Berks County Basketball Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but first, Rich, about this first half. We made reference to it, and it's not hyperbola at all. This is a 32-16 advantage for Wilson. It could be much worse for Exeter because the second quarter for the Eagles was all but their worst nightmare.
Wilson was 4 for 16 from the floor in the second quarter and committed 6 turnovers and extended its lead. That's how you hit it right on the head. This could be 45, maybe even 48-16. It's amazing that it's this close. And Exeter, they just got to play. They seem really tight. They've really been affected by Wilson's defensive pressure. Again, 11 turnovers in the second quarter alone, 15 in the half for the Eagles. They've got to do a better job of protecting the basketball. I know that's an understatement, but if they want to make this a game or get back in this game, they've got to just make better decisions with the ball.
Yeah, again, we talked about it at the beginning of the game. The athleticism, the depth of Wilson, certainly a factor. Wilson's had 7 different players score in this first half, but it's their athleticism and what they've done game plan-wise, which is to trap the Eagles out high, and especially Addison Harper, forcing her to give up the basketball early. She had 5 points early on in the game, but when I say early, I'm talking about early on in the possession. They're trapping her out near half court and really kind of taking her out of the offense.
To underscore that, she did not have a field goal attempt in the second quarter, and I'm not surprised because Wilson is sending 2 defenders at her anytime she touches the ball, and she hasn't been able to get the ball anywhere close to the basket except when she hit that open 3 to begin the game. But it's just, I think it says a lot about Wilson, that how good this Wilson team is, and especially how it's been head and shoulders above the rest of the county all season long, and this is not a big surprise.
Nah, the Bulldogs are the real deal. There's no doubt about that. And they're not taking anything away from Exeter. This is what Wilson has done to most teams over the course of this season. And again, both these two teams will continue into the district playoffs. The Eagles, as the 12 seed, will be at Lampeter Stroudsburg on Tuesday night in Class 5A. Wilson, again, is the 4 seed in the 6A classification. They'll be home on Monday night against Penn Manor. But the Wilson Bulldogs got 9 points from Kaylani Hardy, 7 from Laura Kokona. All of them came in the first quarter. 5 off the bench from Jade Lee, 4 for Layla Jones, 3 for Ryan Lehman, 2 for Violet Hauk. And again, Hauk and Jones got in foul trouble. That might be concern under normal situations. 2 experienced senior players, not an issue for Wilson because of their depth.
It's a non-issue. This team, they're up 16 here at the half. Barring a miracle, really, they're going to win the championship. But they're poised for a District 3 run. Now, they got a tough side of the draw, but we'll get to that later. But regardless, this is a team that is built to win.
No question about it, and that's what they are doing so far tonight. That's what they've done against all of Berks County teams so far in 2026, unbeaten so far on the year against Berks County competition, and they are looking to win their first county title since 2014. Exeter will try to somehow or another rally the troops in period number 3. We're going to take a timeout, back with more of our Lincoln Plumbing Heating halftime show and a little bit of an introduction to the newest members of the Berks County Basketball Hall of Fame when we come back with more after this.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555. Updating your furniture and appliances? The Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County can help. The Restore offers free pickup of your gently used furniture and appliances from your Berks County home. We offer convenient scheduling for our free pickups through our website, restoreberks.org. Located at 5370 Allentown Pike in Temple, the Restore is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturdays. You might just find that special thing to tie the room together at the Restore. Support your community with your donation to the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Spots Insurance Group is a proud sponsor of Berks County sports. We're an award-winning nationwide agency you can trust, insuring what means most to you for over 32 years. We specialize in auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Remember, when you think insurance, think Spots. Visit us at spotsforinsurance.com. That's SPOTTS, 4,
Welcome back to our Lincoln Plumbing Heating halftime show. As we said, going to break, the newest members of the Berks County Basketball Hall of Fame, presented by the Three-Point Goal Organization and the Reading Berks Basketball Association. The combined efforts for both the girls' side of things and the boys' side of things in Berks County basketball. And this is the newest class of 2026. Tanisha Giddens-Beatty, who was an outstanding player at Reading High School, scored over 1,200 points for the Red Knights, then went on to play at Alvernia University, scored over 1,700 points for Alvernia, and then came back home to coach for the Red Knights for a number of years, was very successful, and then turned it over to her assistant coach, Rashida Suber, who was there so that Tanisha could go on and watch her son and daughter play for the Red Knights. Siani is a sophomore and playing for the Red Knights. They were playing Wednesday night in the semifinal. Tanisha Giddens-Beatty, along with Janet Maloof, the longtime coach at Kutztown University. She's been with the Golden Bears for 31 seasons, and last year led them to the PSAC East Championship. Krista Ricketts, an outstanding player at Daniel Boone High School, where she scored over 1,867 points in the late 1990s, and then went on to play at LaSalle. She was a great player with the Explorers as well. 1,600-plus points at LaSalle, a 3-time All-Atlantic 10 selection, a 4-time Big Five honoree, along with being Rookie of the Year in both as well. She played for a number of years in Europe. Krista Ricketts, also a part of that class. Charlie Booker from Exeter High School. I remember listening to that game on WEEU in 1974 when Charlie Booker led Exeter High School to the state championship. He scored over 1,476 points and led Exeter to that state championship game. Then went on to play at Delaware University and then on to the Air Force and played in Europe for 14 seasons. Mike DeCasatis, who was a great player in the late 1970s or mid-1970s at Wyomissing High School, scored over 1,100 points for the Spartans and then went on to play at Alvernia. Matt Flannery, great player at Reading and Wilson High School. Then went on to play at Kutztown, Gannon, and Alvernia University. Scored over 1,400 points in his career and has the distinction of one time being a Washington General. Harlem Globetrotters will be here in a couple of weeks at Santander Arena. Matt Flannery played at one time for the Washington Generals. So he didn't get in because of his one-loss record with the Washington Generals. He got in because he was a really good basketball player. Speaking of one-loss records, how about Mike Miller, who played at Holy Name, but then coached at Reading High School, and, of course, was the coach for the Red Knights in the early 1990s with Danielle Marshall, and then went on to coach at Alvernia University, was an assistant for a number of seasons at Alvernia, and then took over, and for 19 seasons was the head coach, where he won over 300 games. He's a Berks County Hall of Famer, and now also in the Berks County Basketball Hall of Fame. Mike Miller Sr. I have to emphasize Mike Miller Sr. because his son, Mike Miller Jr., is now the head coach at Alvernia on the men's side. And Roger Yo, who was a great player at Conrad Weiser and at Albright, scored over 1,100 points at Conrad Weiser High School, and then went on to play at Albright College, where he was a player. He scored almost 1,000 points as well for the Lions. That is the newest class of 2026 for the Berks County Basketball Hall of Fame. 32-16 is our score in this one. Wilson on top of Exeter. We'll take a quick timeout. We're back with the start of the second half right after this on WEEU in Reading.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
When the pressure's on and it's time to make your best move, the Susan McFadden team with Keller Williams Platinum Realty is here to help you score big in today's real estate market. Whether you're buying, selling, or planning your next play, Susan's experience and dedication make her the MVP you want on your side. For winning results and a team that never stops hustling, trust the Susan McFadden team with Keller Williams, your home court advantage.
Welcome back. We start the second half alongside Rich Garcelle. My name is Bob McCool. Exeter starts with the basketball, but it doesn't last long. Addison Harper tied up in the paint and will turn it over on the jump ball. And so the Eagles turn it over for the 16th time in this ball game. Wilson on top, 32-16. They've got the ball here for the first time in the second half. Hauk swings it around for Lehman. Fakes the 3. Nowhere to go on the baseline. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Chase Flood. Wilson will keep it. Brian Lehman, Layla Jones, Violet Hauk, Kaylani Hardy, Laura Kokona, the 5 who start for the Bulldogs. Kokona, who had the fast start, scored all 7 of her points in the first quarter. They look for that screen and roll that was very effective for a while for the Bulldogs. Here's Hardy going to take matters into her own hands. Misses with the left hand. Rebounded by Chloe Dauble. The Eagles have it back. Dauble, the sophomore, pushes it up the floor along with Addison Harper. Swings it around to Ayanna Fries. Lily Kepperling, Chase Flood, the 5 who start for Derek Wolf. Harper guarded by Hardy. Hasn't scored since the first quarter. Gives it up instead for Kepperling. Pulls Hauk away from the basket.
So far, they haven't double-teamed Harper, and I'm wondering if that's a change. Now, here it is.
There's the double team, and Jones stole it away. From behind, Layla Jones takes it away from Harper. Bulldogs back the other way. Hardy for 3. No. Rebounded by Lehman. Going to kick it right out. Jones will try a 3 instead. That's no good. Rebounded by Kepperling. The Bulldogs come away empty on their first 3 shots of the second half. Harper going to go right at Kokona. A little step away for 2. Got it.
I'll tell you what, you could see the skill that she has and the talent that she has. She's just a little overwhelmed by all the double teams by Wilson.
18 points per game on the season. She's got 7 here. First points in the second half as well for either side. Lehman kicks it to Hardy in a corner. Goes baseline. Up. No good. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles. I believe it was last touch by Lily Kepperling. Wilson just across the 2-minute mark into the third quarter. Has it underneath. Dauble guards Lehman. Switch up. Chase Flood will now pick her up. Dauble will guard Layla Jones. Off the Jones screen. Bulldogs deliberate on offense right now. Lehman on a clear-out drives and scores.
Well, she is so sneaky quick. She can get that first step, and she gets to the basket just about any time she wants.
16-point lead again as the Bulldogs get their first points of the second half, and 5 now for Ryan Lehman. Ball deflected out of bounds, last touch by the Bulldogs. Exeter will inbound underneath their own bucket. Again, don't forget, boys championship follows this one. We'll have the medal ceremony and words with winning coaches and players after this is over. The inbounds pass, Lily Kepperling from about 12 feet buries the jumper. She's got 5, and it's a 34-20 game. Can the Eagles get a stop here? In the hands of Lehman off the Hauk screen. Kick it out for Jones. Kirkona for 3. No good. Jones there for the rebound. Put back is a foul. Layla Jones just kind of snuck in behind everybody, pulled down the rebound, and got fouled. The foul's going to be on Addison Harper, her first. Jones at the free throw line for the first time. Layla with 4 points in the first half, 1,063 now in her career. She's committed to continue her basketball career at Penn State Harrisburg. Missed her entire junior season with the torn ACL. Bulldogs finished the year 20-10. They've already topped that with 22 wins so far. Misses them both, but the Bulldogs get it back on the offensive rebound. Jones will try it from 3. Instead, that's an air ball and out of bounds. Still allow Wilson to apply that 1-2-2 with Lehman out at the top.
Since the first quarter, Wilson is 5 for 23 from the field.
Kepperling and Chase Flood play catch with it. Inching their way at midcourt. They find Harper in the middle of the floor. Harper will pull up for the jumper off the rim. No. Hauk skies above everybody, pulls it down. Lehman dribbled it off the foot of a Exeter Eagle and turned it over. Wilson on the turnover into the hands of Flood. Kepperling fakes the 3, drives baseline. No. Dauble with a putback. That's no good. Kepperling gets a rebound, blocked by Hauk. Into the hands of Dauble off the glass and 2.
Chloe Dauble, you're right. She's not the tallest girl on the floor, but she is quite persistent.
She is in there, a bunch of players much bigger than her, but she's got a bunch of rebounds. Lehman for 3, no. Hauk with an offensive rebound. Her putback is blocked by Kepperling. Jones has it. Wilson will try to get control. Hardy, floater, no. Hauk, another offensive rebound. Her putback is no good. And another rebound, and that is good and a foul. The offensive board work of the Bulldogs paying off ultimately in the hands of Violet Hauk. Count the bucket and a foul. It's going to be on Harper again. Yeah. That's 2. We've talked about Violet Hauk and her ability on the offensive glass. Wilson as a team getting it done. Freeze out. And into the game comes Marae Dolan. Also into the game for the Eagles comes Alexa Turman. Flood and Freeze both come out. Halfway through the third, Violet Hauk at the free throw line trying to finish off a 3-point play. Will not. Rebounded by Harper. 36-22 Bulldogs on top, and a reach and a foul by Hauk. That's going to be her third. A little frustration, I think, on the part of Violet Hauk after missing a couple of free throws. Commits the foul on Addison Harper. It's going to get Jade Lee to the scorer's table after Hauk picks up that third.
Maybe the Eagles can draw some encouragement by the fact that they've played Wilson pretty evenly here in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter.
6-4 Exeter on top so far in the quarter when they've got possession. Turman, hounded by Lehman. Needs somewhere to go. Eventually, it's picked up by Kepperling. Finds Dauble. Chloe Dauble goes right at Hardy. There's a whistle, an offensive foul going to be called on Chloe Dauble. Number 3 on Dauble.
Good take by Kalani Hardy. She had really good position.
So the Bulldogs will get it back on yet another Exeter turnover on the offensive foul. Jade Lee from the elbow swings around for Lehman. Goes the opposite way of the screen and then goes back to the trailer, and Lee up off the rim, no. And it's Harper on the rebound. Harper going to try to push it from one end to the other. Battle of sophomores. Harper against Jade Lee. Little stutter step move and a drive inside, but she missed the left-hand layup. Rebounded by Layla Jones. Everything but the finish for Addison Harper. Jones the other way. Great dump off for Kirkona. Blocked by Dolan. Picked up by Dauble and a foul. Or are we going to go jump ball? Jade Lee and Dauble were tied up, and I think they're going to go to the possession arrow?
I believe so, and I think it's going to be Exeter's ball. No, it's a foul.
Foul. Foul's going to be on Lehman. No, it's on Kirkona. My bad. So Kirkona commits the foul. Her first, Bulldogs second, so Exeter does get the basketball. Hardy comes out now. Miriam Osumano will check back in. Freshman gave them some really good minutes in that second quarter. Dolan needs help, gets it from Harper. Harper will take it herself. A crossover move. Lee gets screened to the ground. Kepperling has the ball on the baseline. Across the paint. Dolan fakes, shoots, scores. Marie Dolan with her fourth point of the night.
Eagles chipping away, but slowly, but down. They've cut the 16-point lead down to 12.
36-24 with 2:30 to go. Dauble hounding Layla Jones out high. Jones pull up right elbow, got it. And a timeout called by the Bulldogs. Matt Riquet calls the timeout after the bucket by Layla Jones, which will send us to a timeout with 2:24 left to go in the third. Back to Santander Arena after this with the Bulldogs on top, 38-24.
Hey, Berks County, Chick-fil-A Catering makes game day even better. Choose from a variety of trays, including Chick-fil-A nuggets, mac and cheese, and chocolate chunk cookies. Perfect for your next gathering. Place your order through the Chick-fil-A app, online, or by calling ahead and pick it up at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Take cooking off your plate and enjoy the perfect spread with Chick-fil-A Catering. Availability and order requirements vary. See restaurant for details.
Tonight's action on WEEU is presented in part by Financial Planning Advisors. Their team of professional advisors can help guide your investment planning, retirement planning, or planning for the cost of your child's college education. Less than 2% of high school athletes receive a college scholarship. Financial Planning Advisors can help you plan for the increasing costs of college. Get Financial Planning Advisors working on your team. Call them at 610-376-6334 or go to financialpa.com. 38-24, Bulldogs on top. And it will be Exeter basketball following Wilson's timeout.
Wilson just 3 for 13 here in the third quarter. And it just seems like they lost their edge coming out of the locker room, at the half. Just haven't played with the same intensity that they did in the first half, especially at the offensive end.
We're going to get a foul on the inbounds pass.
Jade Lee?
Jade Lee, it is. So she picks up her second foul. Bulldogs third. And with that, Layla Jones out. Violet Hauk, who has 3 fouls, will check back in. Bulldogs going a little man-to-man full court pressure here. Dolan looking for somebody to come to the ball, and finally it's Kepperling. And she'll take it across half court by herself. Pushes it up ahead for Turman. Turman backs down Lehman, misses the shot. Underneath the basket is Dauble again with a rebound. No good. Hauk came down with it but lost her balance and traveled with it. It's going to go right back to Exeter. Violet Hauk came down with the rebound, but she lost her balance and loses her pivot foot. So the Bulldogs give it right back to Exeter, who inbounds underneath their own bucket.
Bob, I have Chloe Dauble for 10 rebounds. Just a grit. Talk about gritty. She's given a gritty effort tonight.
Turman right into 2 defenders, blocked and controlled by Lee. Outlet pass up ahead for Osumano on the run out to the rack. No good. Rebounded loose on the floor. Turman will pick it up, and she is knocked to the deck and fouled. Nasty collision between Jade Lee and Alexa Turman, and Turman is shaken up. It's going to be that's going to be foul number 3 on Jade Lee. The 2 players were going for the basketball and collided, and Turman hit the ground. He wants to stay in. Jelani Hardy will come in now. I would imagine she's coming in for Osumano with 1:54 left to go in the third.
So Lee's going to stay in the game with 3 fouls, but it's here late in the third quarter.
So not a shooting foul yet. The next foul against the Bulldogs would put Exeter at the line. You're listening to high school basketball at 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading. Wilson Bulldogs 38, Exeter Eagles 24, 150 left to go in quarter number 3 of the Girls County Championships of 2026. Addison Harper looking for something. Double team, gives it up. Ray Dolan gives it up for Chase Flood.
Wilson just doing a great job cutting off the lanes for Addison Harper, preventing her from getting to the basket almost the entire night.
High screen for Kepperling. They switch up. How the great find. Harper finds Dauble underneath for 2. They kept double teaming it, and eventually Addison Harper found the open player for a bucket. There's a missed shot by Hardy, rebounded by Dolan. Eagles down by 12, push it back on a 2-on-1. Bad pass taken away by Lehman.
Nice defense by Lehman.
Ryan Lehman takes it back, pushes it up ahead for Jade Lee. Up off the rim, no. Hauk with another offensive rebound. Kick out for Lehman, fakes the 3, drives. Kirkona will take the 3 instead. That's no good. Long rebound, picked up by Hardy, and a foul. Lily Kepperling, I believe, will get called for the foul, and that's going to be her 3rd. Exeter's 4th. We'll put Kaylani Hardy at the free throw line, looking for her first points of the second half after scoring 9 in the first. Inside of a minute left to go in period number 3. Hardy's good on the first. 3 for 3 at the free throw line for Kaylani Hardy. 52% free throw shooter in the season. Seems hard to understand when you watch her. Melanie Karasak, freshman, will check into the game now for the Eagles as Kepperling will come out. 2 for 2 for Hardy. She's in double figures for the 15th time this season. 40-26 Bulldogs. And again, with that made free throw, allows that 1-2-2. Flood, Harper, cross half court. 2 defenders around her everywhere she goes. There's another double team. Knocked to the ground and fouled.
It's going to be on Jones, I believe. Yes, that's her 3rd.
It's also going to put
And
Addison Harper at the free throw line. Layla Jones on the bump commits her 3rd. And with the 5th team foul, it sends Addison Harper to the stripe. First time tonight for the sophomore, who's an 80% free throw shooter in the season. And good on the first. Her career high this year was 31 against Conrad Weiser, at 14 on Wednesday's semifinal win over Governor Mifflin. 2 for 2. 9 on the night, 35 seconds left to go in the quarter. It's a 12-point Bulldog lead. Big stop here coming up maybe for the Exeter defense. Will Wilson hold for 1? In the hands of Layla Jones. She's got other ideas off the glass in 2.
Yeah, she found an opening, and she took it.
42-28, 15 seconds to go. Harper up ahead. Dolan for the baseline for 2. Big shot for the Eagles. Dolan was 6, 4 in the quarter. Down to 8 seconds left to go in the 3rd. Deflected by Dolan, loose on the floor. Harper picks it up. Shot off, and she was fouled. Kaylani Hardy fouled her. She's going to shoot 3 foul shots.
This is really interesting because Harper's a terrific free throw shooter, and she's got 3, and this lead could be under 10 going into the 4th quarter.
Could be a huge lift here for the Eagles as Hardy picks up the foul, just her first, but with 1/10 of a second left to go. Addison Harper is at the free throw line, as Rich said, to shoot 3 free throws. First is good. Second is good. It's a 10-point game. And 1 more to make it a single-digit game for the final 8 minutes. Life for the Eagles. And Hardy makes all 3. What a change of events. That will do it for the 3rd. We got ourselves a brand new ball game as we head to the 4th. Wilson 42, Exeter 33. We got the final 8 when we come back on WEEU in Reading.
Everyone's looking for simple ways to eat better and live healthier. So Redner's Markets is bringing that info right to you. Tune in to Food for Thought with Redner's registered dietitian here on WEEU for smart shopping tips and easy meal ideas. Meredith will help you make healthy choices simple and realistic for everyday life, whether planning meals or shopping for your family. Food for Thought, helping families make healthier choices every day. Brought to you by Redner's Markets, where fresh food, healthy tips, and friendly faces come together.
Your house needs to handle those frigid temperatures all season long. Keith HVAC, Electrical, and Plumbing has been keeping homes and businesses running smoothly every winter for the past 30 years. Plumbing, electric, and heating systems work extra hard while it's cold. So let Keith keep you comfortable.
Quality you trust, comfort you deserve. Call 610-589-6461 or visit keithhvac.com. Get Keith HVAC, Electrical, and Plumbing. You can't avoid the cold weather, but your home stays warm thanks to Keith.
We start the final 8 minutes of the Girls County Championship in a brand new ball game with the Exeter Eagles outscoring Wilson 17-10 in the third quarter. Rich Garcella along with Bob McCool here at half court. And Rich, perhaps the Bulldogs may have taken their foot off the gas a tad.
I think they did, Bob. We talked to Matt Rickey before the game, and I asked him, I said, is there a danger of your girls taking Exeter too lightly after they beat them by more than 30 in the regular season? He said, I'm not worried about our intensity level. And one of the keys was playing to our standard. This Wilson has not played to its standard tonight.
And this young lady has been a big piece
She really
of this
has.
rise. Addison Harper is just keeping Exeter around and lifting her teammates up as well, including going 5 for 5 in the third quarter at the foul line. 3 of them with a tenth of a second left to make this a 9-point game, and picks up another foul against the Bulldogs. And that's going to be on Hardy, her second straight foul. And
5-second count.
5-second count on the inbounds.
Okay.
So Exeter will turn it over starting.
Oh, no, it's a timeout. Okay, we got it. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I thought that was a quick
I
five.
did too. I was thinking the same thing.
I was going to check my second hand for a second because we had a quick 10 earlier, and now we had a quick 5.
I thought we had a quick
it was
5.
A timeout
Okay,
exit.
okay.
So Derek Wolf called the timeout to avoid the 5
The
second.
official of the baseline put his hand up with his palm open,
Right.
and I thought, oh, it's a 5-second call, but it was a timeout by Exeter.
But it's a good timeout
Really
because
good.
this is not a spot where you've got a little momentum here, and to cash in to start the fourth quarter because you got the ball to start the fourth for Exeter to climb a little closer.
Bob, Derek Wolf told us before the game that his kids play hard from start to finish, and they have, and that they're gritty. This is a gritty effort because this game, they were in danger of getting their doors blown off, and they have made this a game and have a chance to pull even closer here.
Down 16 points in the third quarter. It's a 9-point game right now, and they've got the ball. Harper avoids the double team, drives in the paint, triple team, off the glass, no, deflects it, gets her own rebound. Addison Harper just willing her team to a challenge here. Jones now guards her, trying to beat her off the dribble. 2 Bulldogs around her, looking for somebody open. It's Dauble inside. Dauble up with a shot, no good. Houck has the rebound.
Chloe Dauble, not afraid of anybody.
Couple looks inside for the Eagles. They come up empty. Here's the Bulldogs on their first possession of the fourth quarter. On top, 42-33. Hardy, Jones, Krokona, Houck, and Lehman. Matt Rickey starting 5 on the floor here to start the fourth quarter. Jones for Krokona. Has not scored since the first. Houck gives it up for Hardy. Sets the screen. Hardy goes the other way. Right into a triple team. Missed the shot. Dauble has the rebound. Hardy pushing the ball up the floor before the Bulldog defense can get set. To the corner for Flood. Goes baseline. Shot off the mark. Krokona has the rebound. 6:30 to go. Minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Neither team has scored. 42-33. Bulldogs on top.
Well, you wonder, the longer this stays right around this 8 or 9 points, you wonder if Wilson is starting to feel the pressure because all the expectations were on them.
Jones had the open shot, decided not to take it, gives it up for Lehman instead. Hands it off for Krokona. Bulldogs not in a hurry here with a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes in. Houck, hounded by Harper, gives it up for Lehman. For Jones. Tried for that step away, wasn't there, and there's a turnover. Bulldogs turn it over for the 9th time in the ball game. Ray Dolan will check back in now for the Eagles. Jade Lee will check in for the Bulldogs.
Bob, the Wilson girls were doing a lot of smiling near the end of the second quarter and during halftime, but there are no smiles on their faces right now. They know they're in a game.
Up by 9 right now. Exeter with a basketball, trying to change that. Dolan in the corner. Kicks it back. Harper for three. Yes!
Wow.
Addison Harper buries her second three of the night. 42-36.
What an incredible job by the Exeter Eagles to get back in this game. It's been an uphill fight all night, and they are battling.
Layla Jones fending off Chase Flood, pulls up the shot. Big shot there for Layla Jones. She's in double figures. Timeout Bulldogs. 44-36 our score. Wilson calls the 30-second timeout with 5:13 to go. And the Bulldogs on top, 44-36. Addison Harper with 15 now on the night. Talking with Derek Wolf about her work ethic. Her cousin, by the way, is Carmelo Harper, will be playing in Game 2 for the Berks Catholic Saints.
Bob, I got to say this. I think she's been the best player on the floor tonight.
It's hard to argue.
It's hard to argue with that.
Especially considering the defense that she's
seen.
She's
seen double and triple teams all night, and she still has managed to help Exeter get back in this game. She's been the primary reason. Wilson, though, Layla Jones. That was a big shot by Layla Jones, who's had a terrific career at Wilson. That was huge because then Exeter could have turned around and cut it to 3 or 4.
Overcomes the adversity of losing her junior season to the ACL injury before the season ever got started. And now back here for her senior season, trying to will her team to fend off Exeter. Trap, back out of bounds, it stays Exeter basketball. Bulldogs just continuing to apply those traps. They're so good with it in the first half. Chase Flood inbounds for Lily Kepperling. Harper in the corner. Hardy chases her down. Here's the double team. Dumps it inside for Kepperling. Kicks it around. Flood for three. No. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Jade Lee and Marie Dolan were battling for it. It was last touch by Lee. So it's it's Exeter basketball. 4:55 left to go in the ballgame. Flood inbounds for Dolan. A little bit of confusion for Exeter. Skip pass around for Flood from right side to left. Dolan gets a step on Lee and up off the glass.
Really nice take by Dolan.
She has played exceptional basketball here in this second half. The junior with 8, 6 of them in the half, and the Exeter deficit is 6, 44-38. Inside, they find Violet Hauk for 2.
Pretty dish by Layla Jones. Finds Hauk all alone.
6 for Hauk. The lead is 8. 4:20 to go. Harper double teamed. Skips it around for Flood. To the corner for Dauble. Spots up for 3. No. Deflected by Dolan. Picked up on a bounce by Layla Jones. Jones will bring it across half court. We are halfway through the fourth quarter in the county championship. She was taking the time. Matt Raquet said, I don't like that. Pick up the pace. Screen and roll for Hauk. Into traffic and a whistle.
It's going to be a foul on Exeter on the floor, though. It might be on Harper.
Wilson used that screen and roll so well in the first half, especially in the first quarter, and it's going to be number 3 on Addison Harper. First against Exeter here in the fourth. Ryan Lehman checks back in for Wilson as Jade Lee will come out. Bulldogs under the inbound in their own bucket. (22-14) so far. Exeter has outscored Wilson here in the second half. Jones trying to change that. Lost the handle, regains it. Gives it up for Hardy into a double team. Lost the handle. Taken away by the Exeter Eagles, and Hardy takes it right back. 3:25 to go. Jelani Hardy lost it and got it right back. Lehman hounded by Harper.
Wilson is clearly not in a rhythm offensively at all, especially this fourth quarter.
Kona gives it up for Hauk. And now Lehman trying to find somebody with a hot hand right now for the Bulldogs. Kona off the Jones screen. Gives it up to Layla Jones. Guarded by Chloe Dauble. Inside of 3 minutes to go. Bulldogs in no hurry here with a fourth quarter lead. Flood knocks it away. Out of bounds. Try to get it to Laura Kirkona, but Chase Flood tipped it away. Bulldogs will inbound it. Right in front of our broadcast position here at center court. prime seats. And timeout on the floor. Exeter will call the timeout. With 2 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the ballgame. Wilson on top 46-38. Bulldog basketball. We come back after this on WEEU in Reading.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
The Exeter Eagles have 2 timeouts left. Wilson also with 2 timeouts left. Both teams have only committed 1 foul in this. So if Exeter is going to get to that position where they have to start committing fouls to put Wilson at the free throw line, they're going to have to hurry.
And that decision by Derek Wolf is going to have to come shortly with 2:45 left.
Ryan Lehman beating Dolan off the dribble, gives it up instead for Layla Jones off the Hauk screen. Screen and roll, great pass. Hauk could not finish. Harper has the rebound. Harper, great pass up ahead for Kepperling. Lays it off the glass and home.
Wow, what a great. And another turnover by Wilson.
Harper for 2.
Oh,
yes! 2. Addison Harper with a steal and the bucket makes it a 4-point game. Timeout, Bulldogs. We will keep it here.
And the pressure is mounting on the Wilson Bulldogs, and Exeter keeps climbing. Down by as many as what, 18 in the first half?
It was, I'm trying to say, I know it was 16.
16 at the half.
Yeah, it was, and I think it was no worse than 16 in that quarter. And that second quarter is where the tipping point was. And it was 16, as Rich said, at halftime. But the 2 plays by Harper. You look at the score in the bucket, it was good. What set it up before that was the bounce pass halfway down the floor for Lily Kepperling, who then finished it off with a bucket. Then the Eagles come up with a steal on the inbound, and Harper hits the jumper. Harper with 5 in the quarter, 17 now in the game.
Bob, I'll tell you what, no matter what happens, what the outcome is, the Exeter Eagles deserve all the praise tonight, the way they have come back, because they were left at the curb. They were kicked to the curb by the Wilson Bulldogs in the first half and managed to make this. They're within 4 points with 2:22 left. And Wilson, I'm going to be honest, they looked discombobulated on offense. Now, that was a pretty pass by Layla Jones to Violet Hauk. Hauk just couldn't finish. But this fourth quarter, Wilson is completely out of sync offensively.
2 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the ballgame. 46-42. Wilson on top. They've got the ball. Once a 16-point advantage is now 4. Lehman off the Jones screen. Nobody really looking to be aggressive offensively.
No, except Layla Jones, really.
Yeah. And now Lehman's in trouble, taken away momentarily by Dauble, but Layla Jones picked it right back. Rich said really right now Layla Jones is about all the offensive aggression that Wilson has.
She seems to have the most poise of any of the Bulldogs right now.
There's a bump and a foul as Dolan will commit the foul. It's going to be her 3rd, Exeter's 2nd.
A lot of worried looks on the Bulldogs' faces, and for good reason.
As we said from the outcome, pressure was on the Bulldogs. Exeter playing with the house's money in this one. They have used it to their advantage. They knocked off Governor Mifflin on Wednesday, trying to take down Wilson tonight in a comeback fashion. 1:45 to play. Lehman fouled again.
Yeah, that was by Dolan.
That's number 3. Wilson is only a 58% free throw shooting team. Hauk at 70%, Jones at 70%, Krakona's 86%.
Let's see what happens here. That was Dolan's 4th foul, too, by the way.
Krakona just gets it in before the 5 for Jones, and she's fouled. That'll be on Dauble. That's going to be her 4th, and the Exeter Eagles 4th as well.
Well, I think we know what Derek Wolf's strategy here is foul, and let's see who the next foul, Wilson will go to the line, and let's see who he chooses to put on the line or tries to put on the line.
Ryan Lehman is 5 for 15 on the season coming in at the free throw line. Hardy's just a 52% free throw shooter.
You don't want to foul Layla Jones.
She's a 70% shooter,
Or
and they have a choice.
they don't have a
She's not going
choice.
to give it up.
And that's, I think, the fifth foul on Dobble.
She's already head to the bench. She
Yep.
knows it. Fifth foul on Exeter is the fifth foul on Chloe Dobble.
Yeah,
finishes with 8 points and double-digit rebounds.
She's got finished with 11, Bob. The two players you don't want to foul on Wilson are Laura Krikona at 86% and Layla Jones at 71.
Jones 0 for 2 at the free throw line tonight. Dobble out, Alexa Turman back in. Again, the Eagles will continue their season on Tuesday night, District 3 playoffs at Lampeter Stroudsburg. As Jones at the free throw line makes the first. 11 on the night for Layla Jones with another free throw coming her way. We got another basketball game coming your way. Don't forget, Berks Catholic and Reading High, the boys county championship. As Jones 2 for 2. 4 of the 6 points in this fourth quarter from Layla Jones. It's a 6-point advantage, 48-42. Here's the pressure by the Bulldogs. Turman trying to avoid that trap, and there's Jones with the steal. Set her up, and Jones took it away. And now they're going to try not to foul her. They might not have a choice. She gives it up for Hardy.
You want to foul Hardy. She's around 50%.
They're not doing that right now.
Harper has 3, and I guess she doesn't want to pick up a fourth, but you
can't be choosy
now.
now.
You cannot be choosy.
They're going to kill clock. Down to 1:10 to go.
Yeah, Krikona and Jones should play catch.
And have choice.
And Harper picks up her fourth on Krikona.
So Krikona, their best free throw shooter percentage-wise at the line. 2 for 2 in the first quarter. She has not scored since that first quarter. She had 7 points in the first period. Makes the first here. Her future coach, Janet Maloof, here. Honored at halftime of this game, headed into the Berks County Basketball Hall of Fame. Kutztown University. Krikona misses a second. Houck with another rebound on the offensive end. And here comes some time to kill the clock unless they foul her. 49-42. Jones trapped, knocked away, gets it back, and a timeout. Matt Riquet saves Layla Jones, who was in a world of trouble as she was trapped, had the ball knocked away, and eventually Matt Riquet calls the timeout. So the Bulldogs have one timeout left to take.
Give Wilson credit these last few possessions. The ball has been in the hands of Layla Jones and Laura Krikona almost exclusively, and they happen to be the Bulldogs' best 2 free throw shooters.
And how rewarding must this feel right now for Layla Jones, who missed last season with the ACL injury, again, toured over the summer, so she was out the entire season, lost her junior year. She's been playing at Wilson since she's a freshman. And again, had to lose all of last season, where Wilson ultimately lost in the semifinal to Governor Mifflin. The Mustangs then went on to fall to Reading High in the Girls County Championship a year ago. Bulldogs last year finished 5th in the District 3 playoffs. They beat Mechanicsburg in that 5th place game and then lost in the opening round of the PIAA playoffs to Archbishop Carroll.
Bob, this senior class has been talked about for a long time at Wilson. They've been talented. They've won an awful lot of games, but they haven't managed to win a Berks County championship. They're 54.9 seconds away from doing it, and if they do, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of emotions, relief among them.
49-42, Bulldogs on top. 54.9 left to play, and Wilson has the basketball. Again, any foul by Exeter puts Wilson at the line for 2, and there's the foul that's going to put Violet Houck at the line. Houck is a 70% free throw shooter in the season, but she is 0 for 3 tonight. Foul was on Lily Kepperling. That is her 4th. Houck's first is good. 3 1/4, 7 on the night for Violet Houck. Second is also good. 51-42, lead back up to 9 for Wilson. It allows them to apply the 1-2, the man-to-man full court pressure. Harper pushes it up the floor, over the fingertips and out of bounds. Exeter turns it over off of the tip of the fingers of Dolan. 46.9 left to go. Ayanna Freeze will check back in. And also coming into the game is Avery Hassler. I think coming in to commit some fouls. He's got a couple players in Harper and Kepperling with 4 fouls. So Derek Wolf trying to protect them so that they don't have to commit the foul. Inbounds comes, and it's loose on the floor, and it's picked up by Exeter. Chase Flood for three, no. Long rebound is deflected off of the fingertips of Alexa Turman and out of bounds. 39.8 left to play. Wilson again has the ball. Inbound for Kirkona. Cross half court and a foul. So Kirkona, who just went 1 for 2 a moment ago at the free throw line, will shoot 2 more here. That's going to be the first foul on Chase Flood. And again, Kirkona shooting 2 for the Bulldogs. First is good. 9 now for Kirkona. Kepperling and Dolan back in now for offense for the Eagles. Second is no good. 1 out of 2 again. It's a 10-point game, 52-42. Freeze in trouble, needs some help. Gets it back for Harper. Gets it ahead. They got to get it across the court. It's poked away and picked up by Dolan to avoid the 10-second violation. Freeze to the corner. Kepperling for 3, no. Loose on the floor, and Exeter has it, but the shot missed by Flood. The second is good. Chase Flood gets her first 2 of the night, makes it an 8-point game, but with 6 seconds to go. In the hands of Layla Jones, and one more foul will stop the clock with 3.8 to go. So finally, Layla Jones with just a little peek of a smile.
Yeah, a lot of relief on the faces of the Wilson Bulldogs right now. What a battle it's been. What a grind, especially the second half. And what a fight put up by the Exeter Eagles.
Jones makes the first. 3 in a row at the free throw line for Layla Jones. Alexa Turman will check back in now for Exeter. 3.8 left to go for the Eagles. Again, great fight by Exeter tonight. Carry that momentum into the District 3 playoffs on Tuesday. And Jones makes them both. 54-44 our score. And Exeter will not bother. That will bring the 2026 title to the Wilson Bulldogs. They win it for the first time since 2014. The final score, Wilson 54, Exeter 44. Take a timeout. We're back with our Pizza Como Temple postgame show, the medal ceremony. Our words with winning coach Matt Raquet and our Reading Fighting Phils player of the game, all when we come back on WEEU after this.
I'm Adrian Polanco, Student Body Vice President at Berks Catholic High School. Faith isn't just something we talk about here. It's something we live every day. Whether it starts our mornings in prayer, celebrating Mass together, going on retreats, or serving others in our community, our faith guides who we are and how we treat one another. Being rooted in God gives us purpose. It teaches us compassion, integrity, and leadership. At Berks Catholic, faith brings us together as one family. This is Berks Catholic, a time to be bold. To learn more about my school, visit berkscatholic.org.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's Kettle Chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle cooked chips so much, he turned his Berks County kitchen into the ultimate snack factory. Now, over 60 years later, we're still making that delicious PA crafted crunch with the same passion and quality right where it all began. So crunch into some flavorful Diefenbach's Kettle Chips today and snack on a delicious tradition. If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Noisy, squeaky, or uneven garage doors? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening or closing? Get a garage door tune-up now from Overhead Door Reading. For just $99, we'll inspect, lubricate, and adjust your garage doors so they run smoothly and quietly. Don't get stuck in the driveway this winter. Call today and ask for our tune-up special. Serving the community since 1965. Overhead Door Reading. We're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Numerical Welcome to the Pizza Como Temple postgame show. Pizza Como is a family-owned business going strong on a Fifth Street Highway for over 50 years, serving the finest Italian dishes, Berks County's best variety of Italian sandwiches, and legendary pizza. Right next door is the Yard, a virtual golf experience to keep your game sharp all year round. If you love sports cards and memorabilia, stop in to buy, sell, or trade. Pizza Como in the Yard, 4600 Fifth Street Highway in Temple. Rich Garcella on the floor with winning coach Matt Rickey. Rich, take it away.
Thanks, Bob. We're here with Wilson coach Matt Rickey after the Bulldogs 54-44 win for the county championship. Matt, it looked easy for a half, but describe what that second half was like as the Exeter Eagles fought valiantly.
Yeah, it's never easy. I mean, they did a great job making adjustments to break the press in the second half. We made some not so great decisions offensively. A couple possessions, got quick shots that led to quick points for them. But that team's playing some inspired, great basketball. They play hard. They play together. They believe in each other. That's a really tough team on the other side. They did a great job, and we knew it was going to be a fight all night. We knew that game was not over at halftime.
Matt, I thought despite your offense having issues in the second half, I thought Layla Jones stepped up in the fourth quarter, remained poised, calm, and really helped you guys hold off Exeter.
Absolutely. She steadied us in the half court, especially when we were trying to be a little bit more methodical because the time was on our side. She did an unbelievable job controlling the tempo and controlling the ball in that second half.
Matt, there have been so many expectations on this senior class. Wilson wins its first county championship in 12 years. What can you say about this group of seniors?
They're just a resilient group, and they've earned this one. They've been here a lot and haven't come home with the title, so I'm just so happy and so proud of this group, especially the seniors.
Matt, thanks a lot. Go enjoy the celebration. We'll talk to some of your girls later. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The Exeter Eagles getting their medals right now. Wilson will get their medals, and then we'll have the opportunity to talk to a couple of the Bulldog players, including our Reading Fighting Phil's player of the game. As Rich said, Layla Jones is that player. Player of the game brought to you by the Reading Fighting Phils and their all-new Redner's Event Center at First Energy Stadium. Our Phils remind you to have your next sports team banquet in the R Phils all-new Redner's Event Center banquet and meeting facility at First Energy Stadium. Whether it's a sports banquet, a wedding, a corporate meeting, or event, or any charity fundraiser dinner, the number one place for events in Berks County for groups of 40 to 1,000 is the all-new Redner's Event Center at the R Phils. Go to rphils.com/events for more information. Well, in those situations that Matt Rickey was just talking about with Rich Garcella, you want to have a senior guard on the floor, and the Bulldogs have that, a very experienced senior guard. Despite losing that junior season, Layla Jones has played a lot of basketball in her career and for the Wilson Bulldogs. And when Wilson needed it most, that's who had the basketball, forcing Exeter to do something about it. And most of that, unfortunately for Exeter, was ultimately having to foul her and put her on the line where she ended up going 4 for 4 down the home stretch and ultimately helping keep Exeter at bay. Great, valiant effort by the Eagles after they cut it to 4 points. And Addison Harper was a huge piece of that puzzle. 17 points. Remember that name. Just a 10th grader. Addison Harper will make her mark in Berks County basketball by the time she is done. She was terrific on Wednesday against Governor Mifflin. She was terrific tonight against Wilson as well. The two best teams in the regular season based on power rankings. The Bulldogs were the number 1 seed. Governor Mifflin the number 2 seed. But Addison Harper helped lead Exeter to the win on Wednesday and helped lead them to the charge and the rally in the fourth quarter. And as I said a moment ago, this will certainly give Exeter some momentum moving into the District 3 playoffs. If they can play with Wilson, who is one of the better District 3 6A schools, they can play with some of the teams in Class 5A. They'll find out on Tuesday night as they will take on Lampeter-Stroudsburg. The Eagles are the 12th seed. Lampeter-Stroudsburg is the 5th seed. We talked about the schedule for Derek Wolf and Exeter, and he's actually kind of surprised because he really feels as if his team is battle-tested and kind of surprised that his team isn't a little bit higher in the power rankings because of how difficult of a schedule they played. But that does make them a little bit grittier and tougher as the district playoffs are on the horizon. Again, they will get underway for Monday and Tuesday depending upon which classification the schools reside in. But for Wilson, it'll be on Monday. For Exeter, it will be on Tuesday. The Bulldog players posing for pictures with their medals and with the Berks County trophy that goes to the Bulldogs in 2026 for the first time since they beat Fleetwood in 2014. Wilson is your county champions. Bulldogs improving to 23-2, and we'll take a timeout. We'll have more of our Pizza Como Temple postgame show, including words with Layla Jones and some of the seniors for the Wilson Bulldogs when we come back after this.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all. From residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis. No matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Welcome back to our Pizza Como Temple post-game show. Rich Garcella is rounding up those three seniors we're talking about. One of them, Laura Kirkona, Violet Hauk, and Layla Jones. Our sports director, Jeff Nolan, just telling me the story that Laura Kirkona told him that they looked up at the banners in 2014. Banner looked so lonely up there, they wanted to give it some company. Well, they're going to have some company because the Bulldogs are county champions. Rich Garcella, take it away.
Thanks, Bob. We're here with three Wilson seniors, the captains of the team. Violet Hauk, Laura Kirkona, Layla Jones, after the Bulldogs' 54-44 win over Exeter for the county championship. What is county champions? How does that sound, Violet?
It sounds pretty good. I mean, we waited 4 years to do it, and we finally got it done, so.
What did it take in the second half to hold off Exeter?
I mean, it took heart. We knew we wanted to win this. We knew we've been waiting for it, so we just came out and we played our hearts out. I mean, we have some things to clean up, but we did what we had to do.
How much relief do you feel right now? Because this group, your group, has had so many expectations put on them and to finally reach the summit.
I mean, it feels great, but it's only the start. We still have places to go, so.
Okay, Laura, what does it mean to you to be called a county champion?
It means everything. I mean, we've been working all season for this. We've had these expectations since we were freshmen, and so to be able to finally say that it happened means so much to, I know, me and our whole team.
I asked Violet, what did it take to hold off Exeter? They were making such a great charge in the second half. What did it take?
Honestly, I give all the credit to them. They didn't stop fighting no matter what. We just really had to lock down our defensive concepts, and we just had to stay in help and lock down their good players.
You agree with Violet? This is just the beginning?
Yes, it is.
Let's talk to Layla. Layla, congratulations. For you, this, I'm sure, means even more to a lot of people because you missed last season with your injury. What kind of emotions are you feeling right now?
Yeah, it just feels great that, I can come back and, be able to accomplish something like this.
It seemed like while the offense was struggling in the fourth quarter, that you were the one player on the floor who was able to maintain its poise. What was going through your mind in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, that's kind of my job. As a point guard, it's my job to control the team and, slow everybody down, get everybody on the same page, and just tell them, take a deep breath and, this is all we got, this is all we need, and we're going to win this game together.
What does it feel like to be called a county champion after all the expectations, like you guys, the other guys have mentioned, to be finally called a county champion?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. 2026 can now go up on that banner. Now we can look at our year up there, but we definitely aren't finished.
Thank you so much. Good luck in district.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Well done, our Reading Fighting Phils player of the game, the last of those three seniors, Layla Jones, and the Bulldogs are indeed the county champions. Time for our play of the game, brought to you by Celebration Villa of Exeter. One simple move, one simple price, $99. Celebration Villa of Exeter offering a $99 rent-free if you sign up immediately. People often wish they hadn't waited so long to make the move. Celebration Villa of Exeter offers a welcoming environment, meaningful connections, and peace of mind. Take the step today and save. Call and schedule a tour at 610-370-2211. Our play of the game came in the path of the Exeter Eagles in the mounting of the comeback, and it was a 4-0 run for Exeter at the spot. And it started with Addison Harper and a brilliant bounce pass, half the distance, all but from one foul line to the other. She got it to Lily Kepperling, who finished off the play with a bucket, and then eventually Harper stole the inbounds pass and made a bucket to make it a 46-42 game. But that bounce pass from Addison Harper in the transition game really got Exeter going and really had the Bulldogs on their heels. But ultimately, thanks to the poise and presence of the senior point guard Layla Jones, the Bulldogs are able to hold off Exeter, and they win it by 10, 54-44. Again, a reminder, Exeter on Tuesday night, District 3 5A playoffs as the 12th seed. They will be at Lampeter Stroudsburg for a 7 o'clock tip-off. The Wilson Bulldogs, as the District 3 4 seed, will be in West Lawn on Monday night to take on the number 13 seed Penn Manor. Exeter falls to 15-10 on the season. Wilson improves to 23-2. Invite you to check out all of WEU social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, and on X. You can see all of those interviews that Rich Garcella just did with Matt Riquet and those three outstanding seniors for the Wilson Bulldogs on those social media platforms. Also invite you to stick around because we've got more basketball coming your way. It's the Boys County Championship set to tip off at 8 o'clock. We will have it for you in about 5 minutes from now for our pregame show. It's Berks Catholic and Reading High with more high school basketball on WEU. The girls' championship is the possession of the Wilson Bulldogs. Thanks to Carrie Ciato, the executive director of the BCIAA. Our technical director has been Sean Tansky. Back in the WEU studios, Matt Knob. For Rich Garcella, my name's Bob McCool. Bulldogs win at 54-44. The boys' championship game comes your way next.
You've been listening to High School Basketball on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. High School Basketball on WEEU is brought to you by
Savage Auto Group, Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis, Keith HVAC, Redner's Warehouse Markets, Diefenbach Snacks, Habitat for Humanity Restore, Chick-fil-A, UECU, Overhead Door of Reading, Spots Insurance, Coon Funeral Home, Susan McFadden of Keller Williams Platinum Realty, Shell's Restaurant, Dairy Swirl, and Miniature Golf, Victor Emanuel Beneficial Society,